Hi, we're going to do some app usage and analytics today and take a look at user behavior. And this is going to be done by actually creating, parsing, and analyzing log files. So functionalytics is the library that creates the logs. AdverTools is going to be parsing and processing them, and we'll visualize with Plotly. So these are the logs that we have. But let me show you first what these logs are for. So I have this app online. So I have this website has a bunch of apps. So we're just going to focus on this one. And here you enter, let me show you what happens. You enter an XML sitemap. You choose if it's recursive or not, and you hit submit, and you get this report about the sitemap. Now, my inputs here in this application are only three things. The URL of the sitemap, recursive, true or false, and this is by default recursive, and then you submit. You click on the submit button, okay? So back to our log files. The log files have a simple structure but are very rich. So calling, function name, start time, end time, you have values, attributes, and extras. And once you parse this, as I said, it's a very simple structure. But once these are expanded, we have a lot of things over here that we can take a look at, and this data frame becomes something like this. So there's so much to look. So I'm going to focus only on the part that's related to the XML sitemaps. Okay. So this is the apps.sitemap to df download display function. So these are the columns that I have. So first thing I can do is I can take the start date and count how many requests I'm getting per day, or how many sitemaps requests I'm getting per day. So I can see the traffic, not just the traffic, the visits, but the actual interaction on this app per day. Or you can change it per week or per month or per hour. So you can see a peak over here on the 25th of June. Some days are lower, and so no clear pattern anywhere here. Another important thing is, remember, we have the start and end time here, and so it's very easy to compute the duration, this minus this. So I can see how long it takes for my sitemaps to get fetched, analyzed, and returned. So I have one sitemap here that took 229 seconds, another one here that took 67 seconds, and you can see 50 seconds here. So we can zoom in here, and you can see here that 90% of my sitemaps took less than 5 seconds to fetch and render, and 95% took less than 10.7 seconds. So you can know what's going on, and you can compare this with your server, with your performance, if this is good for usability, and so on. Another thing is we can see how many times people selected recursive or not. So recursive is just a reminder, this button, this checkbox actually, it's selected by default. So if we have 34 times where it was not true, that means people actually used that. And you can see the percentage, about 10% of users actually did this. So are people using it or not, if you want to know that. Another thing is we have a column called n-clicks, okay, which counts the number of clicks per session on the submit button. And obviously the majority here are just one. We have 230 sessions that resulted in one click. But we have some engaged users here who did more than 6, 7, 8, 9 here. So let me just zoom in here. These are just one sessions. So it gives you an idea about how many sitemaps per session, and you can see these sitemaps and what's going on there. Another thing is the most requested sitemaps. So the same sitemap being requested multiple times. So the first one is null, which means this was requested without any sitemap. Now maybe this is a usability issue that I need to fix, because if you come here and you submit, nothing happens. This should give you an error and say, this should not run. This should say, please make sure you enter a sitemap before it runs and records a log entry. So this is something that I realized that I can fix. There's a bunch of XML sitemaps that have been requested more than one time. So this could be that these are interested people, they're coming back and they're tracking it every week or something or so. Or maybe there's an issue with these XML sitemaps. Maybe there's a parsing issue. So what I can do is I can go and check these one by one and see if there's a bug somewhere, and maybe fix it. Yep. So that was a very, very brief overview of how you can do this with just one tiny subset. I'll be showing you more like this later on. And yeah, I hope you like this. Thanks.